Alright, have and have not fans, before you dislike the video or comment you're reaching Jeremy, let me just say, as a disclaimer, this video is like a response to the feedback I got from the video I did last week that's doing pretty well, should be hitting 20,000 hits soon. David was in love with Hannah. There have been a decent amount of comments and DMs I've been receiving about, well, I don't know, maybe they hooked up in the past. And I remember in the video, I'm like, I mean, it doesn't really make sense based on timeline stuff, but let me put it this way. It could be possible. The only reason I'm saying this is because of the fact that, let me pause right there. Like the video. Let's try to get to 50 likes on the video. Hit subscribe. We're almost at 140,000 subscribers. Hit the bell icon and select all. That way you're notified when I post new content, and all my description, well, excuse me, all my links to social media in the description box below. The reason I say it's possible is, well, to be honest, earlier this year, it was revealed David and Catherine had sex the night of her honeymoon with Jim. And that literally came out of left field. So, by extension, it could indeed be possible that David and Hannah, A, hooked up. B, maybe he was in love with Hannah, considering... Okay, A, in terms of they hooked up before, maybe in a past life. Put it this way. Hannah and Derek didn't recognize each other, and they had an unfavorable encounter when they were younger. So perhaps something similar happened between David and Hannah where they met, because based on what Veronica says, David is only where he's at because of her, but that doesn't fully explain. They met in law school, so remember, Veronica was a have-not, but then climbed her way out of that lifestyle and made it to the haves level. Who's to say David didn't do the same when he was younger? Maybe he remembers Hannah, because remember, after Candace was, you know, told to him by Jim to be like an escort and everything, he dug deep into Candace's past, found out who the family was. And, you know, Hannah was the maid. Who's to say that during the research that he didn't find out Hannah Young? Hannah. Oh my gosh. And then remembers, oh, I knew a Hannah when I was younger. So perhaps they were in love then. Or maybe he was in love with her back then. You know, before the, hey, she got knocked up with Candace thing. I don't know. So years went on and they both became kind of unrecognizable to each other, or at least I mean, given the fact that David says this to Veronica, he probably is aware of who Hannah is, but she probably doesn't know who he is. I don't know. All I'm saying is it's possible. So after giving it some thought and reading the comments, they've either A, hooked up, or B, maybe it's a matter of they've never interacted romantically, and David's only interactions with Hannah have been what we've seen on screen. You know, seeing her work as the maid, interacting with her at the courthouse because, you know, she was requesting assistance to get Benny out of jail, prayed with him, and then every other encounter between the two has been freaking hostile because, you know, Hannah doesn't trust any of, you know, these rich people. So maybe by seeing how good a woman and strong a woman Hannah is, along with being a loving mother to some terrible kids, perhaps these are qualities that David is attracted to. And as a matter of fact, he got to the point where he maybe have loved Hannah, but never really spoke it. And to be honest, now that I think about it, these were qualities that Veronica probably displayed back when they first met. A strong, independent black woman who's loving and caring, because David has said, what happened here? You used to be so loving and kind and warm, and you've just gotten a cold-hearted, say the word, bitch. Bah! So maybe Hannah is kind of a reflection of who Veronica used to be before she became this lunatic, psychopath, sociopath, whatever the case is. So maybe in a way, that's what David probably fell in love with. That's a possibility. Or C, the whole Veronica dream thing, which I've done a video on because a lot of people brought it up. So again, I'm not trying to reach. I'm just trying to make sense of the feedback I've been getting. So let me know what you think. Do you think that the David Hannah thing is legit? Is he just saying this to tick Veronica off? And if it is true, do you think it's one of the multiple options I said in this video? You know, a past life they were lovers. David loves, you know, who Hannah is as a person because it reminds him of who Veronica used to be, or something I just didn't list, or Veronica dreaming. So with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month.